Welcome to the player review of second in form Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Plays for Borussia Dortmund in the Bundesliga, hails from Gabon, right midfield now, transferred from a striker, 24 years old, 6 foot tall, right footed, high attacking work rate, medium defensive work rate, 3-star weak foot, 3-star skills, and his traits are tries to beat offensive line. So let's have a look at his in-game stats. He's gone from a 79 to an 81 overall. He's got some massive shot stat boosts. He's got a plus 15 finishing, now a 99. Plus 13 long shots, now an 85. Plus 12 volleys, 82. And plus 11 free kicks to 76. You can pause the video to have a look at the graphic I'll put on screen there. On to how he felt. I was using him as a right forward in a 4-3-2-1 to try and get the best out of him in a Bundesliga team, which I'll show on the screen. I paid 207k for him, and that was on the night of release. His average price is roughly about 220 on the Xbox at the minute, around 260 odd PS3, and some crazy 700k amount on the PC. Now he's still pacey, but to be brutally honest, I really didn't think he felt as fast as his non-in form. He didn't seem to have that burst of speed he used to have to get coming out of his skill moves and out of his skill dribble. Didn't feel as he could accelerate away from the defenders as his non-in form. Then he's more than capable of beating a man. He does have plenty of pace though. 3-star skills is bearable. It'll be a lot better if he had a 4-star skills, but we can put up with a 3-star. Problems arise with him being on the right when you try to cut in onto the left foot. His 3-star weak foot is not the best. His shots were wildly inaccurate when I was trying him. His finesse is really poor on his weak foot. It was either just trickling into the corner for a goal, or it was just spooning it miles wide. Miles off target. On his right foot, he is a beast though. He's 99 finishing. He does not miss much. If he's on target, he's going to either trouble the keeper or he's smashing it in. Near side post shot, inside post, it's going to beat the keeper. Nearly all of his long shots were on target. Unfortunately, we didn't manage to get a decent long shot goal. We tested the keeper plenty of times, hit the bar a couple, but none unfortunately went in. His passing is a real surprise. He has got quite a decent passing boost. For a forward, it's always handy to have a decent passing stat. His heading was also another surprising part of his game. He was really good at finishing headers. 7 of his goals were actually with his head, so we're very pleased. Decent aerial ability, good for if you want to cross into the box. Free kicks. Onto free kicks. They have improved a lot over his non-in form, because they were quite poor with his non-in form. I don't think I've ever scored one with his non-in form, but we managed to get one in the clips here with his second in form. Not too shabby. We're going to have a look at my personal game stats with Aubameyang now. I like to take a lot of stats. It's like a hobby, man. I like stats on just general football. So I also like to take stats on my FIFA 13 games. So I might as well thought I'll make some videos, put my stats in. It might be helpful to someone. You never know, someone might find it useful. I like to play at least 20 games for a review. In my opinion, you can't really review a player playing 4 or 5 games with him, to be honest. It's like driving your car to the end of the street, getting out and trying to write a review on it. You need a good cross-section of games to get a good, decent idea of the player and how he plays, what he can do, what he can't do. All games are online in Division 1. So we managed to do 21 games. Played 21 games with Aubameyang, scored 23 goals. It's not too bad a return on a right forward. 4 assists. He attempted 126 shots, a shot conversion of 70% on target, 283 passes, pass completion 84%, 310 dribbles. I was trying to dribble a lot to try and abuse his pace and see how good he was at beating men. As a result, dribble completion is only 57%. Only 9 crosses, 33% completion. Attempted 18 tackles, 55% tackle completion. And overall, in all these games, he got an average overall rating of 8.2. There's a graphic there that shows you it's even got me shots where he attempted the goals where the goals were scored. And if it's a free kick penalty, he scored 4 penalties, 1 free kick, 7 headers, 4 with his left and 12 with his right. So now on to how I felt about him overall. His positives and negatives. His positives, obviously, you've got to say his pace. Even though I didn't feel it was as good as it didn't feel as good as his non-informed, to be honest. He's got a very, very good finishing. He's got a really nice shot, really powerful. He's got a really decent passing. He's as I said, surprisingly good header. He'll finish a lot of headers for you, and his high attacking work rate helps with him being a forward. The negatives, I thought, his price, 200 plus K, is a bit too much, really. Maybe if he was still a striker, but as he's moved to the right forward, he's not as effective from there, I think. He had poor balance. Although on one clip he does show he absolutely hammered Pepe off and running for the goal, but a lot of the times he was just getting brushed and he was just going down. When they were trying to challenge him, he was just always on the floor, off the slightest touch. The other negatives, his 3-star skills, as I've mentioned, be better with 4, and his 3-star weak foot, which is the main killer. With him being on the right forward, he really needs a 4-star weak foot at least to be finishing all them left foot finesses. Overall, at right forward, he was quite poor. I was hoping he was going to be a lot better after using his striker extensively, which I love him in the striker position. His right forward to me just really isn't worth it. Because if you're making a Bundesliga team, obviously there is a lot better options. Even in that price range, you can get a Robben. Obviously, Robben is immensely better. I'd recommend Robben over Aubameyang at right forward all day, every day. And then you've got Farfan. I'd even take Farfan over Aubameyang. And then you've got Blaszczykowski if you want to convert him to a right forward. You could try, I've not tried it, but you could try him in 4-1-2-1-2 on the right side, 3-5-2. With a lot of space to run in, you can abuse his pace a lot more and cross it in. I suppose it'd be better at right mid than actually a right forward. So there you go. There's my thoughts on second inform Aubameyang. I'm only just coming back with doing FIFA videos. I've been off for 2 years. I'm trying to get better. Obviously, my commentary isn't the best, but obviously it can only improve in time. But overall, a 7.5 out of 10 for Aubameyang. I would really not recommend you spending that much unless you really desperately want him to play on the opposite side of Royce or Lewandowski, or if you're making a Borussia Dortmund team, then otherwise I'd just stick with the striker version and stick with the right-sided players I mentioned. So thanks a lot for watching. Cheers, I appreciate it. If you're new, you can subscribe because I'm going to be doing tons of FIFA 14 videos because I am actually off work I've just had back surgery, so I'm on the road to recovery with that, so I'll have plenty of time to play playing FIFA 14. So leave a like if you enjoyed the video or you found it useful. If not, leave any comments you want, anything you want to ask. And thanks, cheers, see you lads, have a good one.